Hey guys, so I hope you're doing well. So today's video is going to be on the Colourpop No Filter Concealers. I'm going to be giving you an honest review on what I feel about them. I'm going to test it out on my skin. Obviously going to show you what my shades are, if I do have more than one shade, and also the shade selections as well. I'm going to go straight into swatching the concealers for you. Now there are 15 shades. I believe there's like 5 for the light, 5 for medium, and 5 for dark skin. Now I'm going to swatch the dark ones and I'm going to go from back to front. So the darkest shade is 75, which is the shade Rich. So this is the darkest shade. I'm going to swatch that on my arm. It looks like that. I will zoom in and show you what they actually look like. The next one up is a deep 70. Looks like this. The next one is Rich Tan 65. It looks like this. Then we have Deep Golden, which is 60. Next one is Deep Tan 55. So I think this one will be probably a little bit too light for me, so I'm gonna skip that. So it looks like Deep Golden is gonna be my under eye concealer shade. So first of all, this is what the packaging looks like. And it just says a Colourpop No Filter Concealer and then the shade underneath. And the size of this is roughly about 4 grams. It says 4 grams of product. Compared to say the Tarte Shape Tape, this is what it looks like. So the Tarte Shape Tape is just slightly bigger. Let's try it under my eye, and then this is the packaging has like a doe foot applicator, but it's quite flat, which I like. And I'm gonna apply this to my under eye. Oh my gosh, that feels really soft on the skin, just the actual applicator itself. I'm gonna do it for the other eye. It really applies really soft. It's not dragging on the skin or anything. Just gonna blend that out. That blends really well to the bridge of my nose. And this is one layer of concealer. It is literally covered everything. I could probably go in with a second layer just because obviously I have my deep set under eye. So I would add an extra layer and then pat it into the skin. I don't see myself going any lighter under the eye. I think this is the perfect shade for my under eye. So I think a lot of people, from what I have seen so far, are Deep Golden 60 for their under eye shade. We're going to take Rich 75 to contour, and let's see if this is a good contour shade for me. Not as dark as I would want it. I don't even know if you can even see that, but yeah, it's definitely would need to be a little bit darker for me. But we're still gonna use it. We're still gonna try it and see and blend it out. It's not too bad, but I would probably go for something a little bit darker than what you're seeing right now. I'm gonna blend this out. It kind of disappears, to be honest. It disappears into the skin. I can't really see it as much. It is there a little bit, but it's not very pronounced. Yeah. So I would definitely need to go a little bit darker. I mean, it literally blends extremely well. I mean, for my forehead, it's not so bad, but I would probably go a little bit darker. I'm gonna add some more. I would definitely say this is more of a subtle contour shade for me than an obvious shade. You can see it, but it's very subtle. So now I'm gonna set my under eye. I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder. I probably should have done this first. I'm going to use that for the bridge of my nose. I'm going to contour my nose. Obviously I would need to blend that out a little bit more, but yeah, I think it works as a nose contour. Now for this bit that I'm doing here, I just didn't show you what I used. I used Deep 65 Rich Tan for the top of my mouth, because usually that part, even after I've applied my foundation, still doesn't look even. So Deep 65 was probably a good shade to add to that. Just so I can see the line, the contour line a little bit, I'm just going to add some powder to my jawline. But you can see it now. Once I apply my powder, you can see the dark area of my cheekbones. I mean, right now I can kind of see it in the light. It is showing it a little bit more actually. So far, this concealer is pretty good. Like, I'm liking the finish. I do have my lights and everything in front of me, so it might look a lot brighter. But in real life, I really like this. So dusting off my under eye. So the contour shade is workable. I would have to obviously outline my cheekbones with some powder to let it show up a lot more. But it's not too bad. It is not. If you were darker than me, you definitely won't be able to use that as a contour shade. Okay. So all in all, I really like this concealer. It is called the No Filter Concealer, and I really believe that it kind of holds up to its name. I feel like it's a medium coverage concealer, and the way it looks on my skin, it looks extremely flawless, like really flawless. Like, even before I applied my powder to set it, it was already looking smooth and everything. I didn't try it as a foundation because my shade really truly isn't in the shade selection. Now, as a concealer and for the price point, it does an amazing job. Like, it's $6. I know there is another drugstore concealer that's about $2 or $3. The LA Girl Pro Conceal, that one, I know, you know how I feel about that concealer. It is one of my holy grail concealers as well, and I would say that is medium to full coverage. But if you wanted something different, there are some people who have a few issues with that concealer as well. Sometimes it might look a bit cakey and dry on their skin. The only downside, as you can tell, there are 15 shades, and I feel like even with the 5 shades of catered to dark skin, it is not enough, because like someone like me, I tend to be in between in between shades. Like, till this day, I do not have a shade in the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation because my shade does not exist. For dark skin people, that does tend to happen when we have to mix 2 shades because we're in between. So I would hope they are considering expanding their shades. If they're able to make 10 light to medium shades, then why not make the exact same amount for dark shades too? Like, I don't know if they feel like dark skin people, there aren't enough of us out there, just as much as the light skin people have. So I mean, look at this. This, to me, I feel like all look the same. They all, look at that. These are 5 different shades. They all look the same to me. So like, if you can do that for light skin, you can do that for dark skin too. Like, make 5 extra shades. As a brand starting out doing face based products, it's a good start, but I really wish it expanded to begin with. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really wish that they had expanded their dark skin shades as well. This is the darkest shade, Deep 75, that I somehow was able to just about use as a contour shade. But if you're darker than me, there is nothing here for contouring for you. So I would definitely hope they would consider that, because there are a lot of people darker than me that would want to use a contour, a liquid contour, and will not be able to use this. Does it mean I would bash the brand as a whole? No. Does it mean that I wouldn't consider these concealers? No, because to be honest with you, I don't feel like Colourpop was created with dark skin or women in colour in mind. I wouldn't be so mad at them, if that makes sense. But honestly, people, I feel like it's 2017 now. This should not still be an issue in terms of shade range and how available, how selective, and how accessible darker colours are. Like, I know there are brands who do cater to a lot more of a wider range. LA Girl does have a bigger range for dark skin, like darker shades. To be honest, I would just say try it out. If you don't have a shade for you, it's not the end of the world. Obviously they are aware of this, and I'm sure a lot of people will mention this to them, that they need to actually extend their shades. It is a shame that there are a lot more lighter shades than dark shades. I actually ordered mine with my own money. I purchased about 6 shades, and then woke up this morning, there were 2 boxes waiting outside my front door from Colourpop, because I'm on their PR list, but I have not been sent a few things that have come out in the past, so I didn't want to wait and anticipate. I wanted to get this video out for you, so I ordered them myself. My order hasn't come yet, so clearly they sent these out before I ordered mine. So I actually have 2 boxes of all 15 shades, so I will be definitely giving away the second box. I am hoping when they do eventually, I'm guessing they will bring out a foundation as well. When they do decide to bring that out, they will take this into consideration, that we will also be looking for our shades. They need to have testers, so they need to have like a group of people they're testing these shades on. So every shade of dark skin, every shade of medium, and dark skin isn't just red. This is a red, has a red undertone. With me, I'm kind of like a golden, I have a golden undertone. It used to be red, but I feel like I'm more towards the golden undertone now. I can get away with being in between. It just depends on what I'm feeling like or whatever I'm wearing. Yeah, not all black girls are red. Not all black girls are yellow. There are in-betweens, there are neutrals, there are olives. So just, I hope that they're able to maybe find a group of dark skin or people of color, just women of color in general, just so that they don't have to keep running into these kind of issues. I know some brands don't care, some brands do, some brands already start out with a wide range or to begin with, but I just feel like now that it's been talked about so much in the beauty industry, they would already take this into consideration in the first place. Usually when I order from Colourpop, I do get custom charged. I didn't get any custom charges for the ones that were sent to me, which was quite strange. It came through Royal Mail and there were no charges for those. So for some reason I feel like the one I ordered myself might get charged, but I will look into that and let you know. And I did read somewhere that they had sold out on the darker shades because lighter shade people were using them as their contour shades. How about maybe the dark shade people sold it out? I obviously ordered all the dark shades, so maybe it doesn't always have to be like, oh, it's the light shade people that are taking all our shades, using it as contour. I mean, I'm sure I am aware some do that, but how about maybe that the dark shade people wanted to try them out too and they sold it out? I think another negative I'll probably say is the fact that the lids, the top of the applicator is white, so it will tend to get very dirty and it will probably stain as well. So just to be mindful of that. So I just decided to hold the giveaway for these concealers. I do have another box of them. Seeing as Colourpop isn't accessible in the UK in terms of this particular product launch, and it's currently sold out, this will only be available to my UK folk, I'm afraid. I will be doing a lot more international giveaways, don't worry about that, because right now it is sold out, and I do know that they do also charge a custom charge as well. I will be giving away, I think it's only fair that I hold this particular giveaway for my UK folks. So one of you will be able to win all 15 shades, and I know obviously you won't be able to use all 15, but I feel like it makes it easier because initially I thought do 3 winners, 1 for light, 1 for medium, 1 for dark, but sometimes the light might want to use a bit of the medium or the bit of the dark, or the medium might want to use a little bit of the light and a bit of the dark. So I didn't want to separate them, so you're gonna win all 15. So all you have to do basically is to be subscribed to my channel. I'm gonna check. Make sure you comment in the comment section your name and whereabouts in the UK you live. So what part of the UK you live, and that's pretty much it. You can only enter once, just to give everybody a chance. Do not message me anywhere else besides this video. Only write your answer in the comment section. I'm gonna put how long the giveaway is gonna be on for in the description box, so make sure you check that out. But that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.